The summer of Saturn returns. Hello, coming. This is a story about a boy, a heartbreak, and the sky above East LA that helped him understand who he was becoming. The summer I turned 15. Saturn returned not for me, not technically. Saturn returns every 29.5 years, which means it wasn't my return, but somehow it felt like it was. Like something heavy and invisible had made a full orbit and come back to sit right on my chest. My name's Nico. I live in East LA, where the streets hum with the bass of backyard cumbias and every wall tells a story in spray paint. I live with my mom, my abuela, and my little cousin J.A.V. my dad. He's in San Diego with his new wife, his new kid, and his new life. And up until this summer, I thought I knew exactly who I was, a decent kid with good enough grades, a secret poetry notebook, and a big crush on someone who'd never loved me back. His name was Diego. He had two freckles under his left eye and a laugh that made your heart do that weird hiccup thing. He was also my best friend. You already know how that ends. The week it happened, East LA felt like it was melting. Kind of dry heat that clings to your skin and makes even the breeze feel heavy. Diego came over to help me clean out my abuela's garage. We were halfway through sorting a mountain of dusty boxes when I made the mistake of saying what I'd been holding in for 2 years. Hey, I said, do you ever think about us? He looked up, a paint-splattered rag in his hand. Us, like, you and me? I nodded. He didn't say anything for a long time. Then he laughed, not mean, just uncomfortable, and said, Nico, bro, I'm not like that. My heart didn't just drop. It detonated, boom, gone. He left 20 minutes later. We didn't speak for the rest of the summer. That night, I sat on the roof of our building, arms wrapped around my knees, the taste of heartbreak still raw in my throat. I didn't cry. Not right away. I just stared at the stars. That's when my abuela shuffled out, wrapped in her knit shawl like a walking prayer. Why are you up here, Michito? She asked. I dunno, I said. It just feels different tonight. She looked at the sky and said, Claro, Saturn is strong tonight. He's coming for you. What do you mean? She sat beside me and pointed at a silver blue speck in the sky. Saturn returns when it's time to grow up. Time to face yourself. I'm only 15, she smiled. Even children have their own returns. The next day, she handed me an old, cracked astrology book written in Spanish and filled with notes in her looping handwriting. She said it was her sister's, a bruja who used to read birth charts for half the neighborhood. I didn't believe in that stuff, not really. But I was desperate for something to hold onto. So I read. I learned about houses and signs, about Mercury in retrograde and Saturn in Aquarius. I learned that Saturn doesn't just return, it teaches. It breaks you, then rebuilds you with better bones. I ran my own chart. I was a Cancer sun, Virgo moon, Pisces rising. Emotional, overthinker, dreamer, and for some reason it made sense. All of it. The days crawled by. Diego ghosted me. My mom worked double shifts. Javi threw tantrums. I stayed up late reading planets, drawing charts, journaling my moods. I even started making charts for friends quietly, anonymously. First one, then two, then a girl named Raina from school texted, can you read mine too? One by one, they came to me, kids with broken hearts and cracked dreams and confused faces, all searching for something beyond the noise. And for the first time, I didn't feel lost. I felt seen. One night in August, Raina called me crying. Her dad was leaving. Her mom had stopped eating. She didn't know what to do. I came over, chart in hand, a candle in my backpack. We sat in her backyard under the jacaranda tree, purple petals falling like quiet snow. You've got Saturn in your 4th house, I told her. It means family will always test you, but you'll survive it. You're meant to. She looked up at me, eyes rimmed red. How do you know that? I shrugged. Because I have it too. We didn't say much after that. But in the silence, something shifted. For her. For me, the summer dragged on. Diego never texted back. I stopped checking. But something else started growing in me. Not bitterness. Not regret. Wisdom. Like maybe heartbreak wasn't the worst thing. Maybe it was just a door. When I had to walk through to find out who I really was. I started doing astrology readings on TikTok in Spanglish, mixing signs with spoken word poetry. I'd sit on the roof at sunset, camera pointed at the orange-stained sky, and whisper things like, if your moon is in Scorpio, I know you've been hiding. But I see you. Saturn sees you. And your time is coming. People started listening, following, DMing, and for once, I wasn't invisible. School started in September. Diego and I passed each other in the hall like strangers. It stung, but it didn't shatter me, because that same day, Reina walked up, handed me a homemade bracelet, and said, "You helped me." Just wanted to say that. Then another girl smiled at me during lunch. Then someone left a sticky note on my locker. "You're the astrology guy, right? You're cool." And just like that, I wasn't alone anymore. At night, I climbed up to the roof again, book in hand, stars overhead. Bella joined me, holding two mugs of horchata. She looked at me and said, "So, how's Saturn treating you?" I smiled. "He's kind of an asshole, but I think I needed him." She laughed. "Nico," she said, "remember Saturn doesn't come to destroy. He comes to prepare you." "For what?" She looked up at the sky. "For the next version of yourself." So this is who I became, Nico, son of East LA, dreamer of stars, reader of charts, survivor of first heartbreaks, a boy who found his path not through certainty but through the chaos of summer, the weight of silence, the pull of planets. I still don't know everything. I still cry sometimes. I still miss him. But I also know this: you can lose someone and still find yourself. Because sometimes your Saturn return comes early, and when it does, you have to choose whether you'll break or transform. If this story spoke to you, like, comment, and share it with someone who needs a little inspiration. Subscribe for more coming-of-age stories, because small dreams can lead to wild lives.